it's me, Jemma, and I'm at Crumbs and Doilies HQ, and I think it's super important to get your 5 a day, so I eat lots of fruit and vegetables as part of a balanced diet, but I also really like eating cake. So in my opinion, the best way of achieving both of those things is to eat carrot cake, and I'm going to give you my delicious recipe for carrot cake cupcakes. Let's get started. So this is a really, really simple recipe, but it's a good idea to get a few things ready first so you're not panicking at the end. So I've got 3 cups of grated carrot here, and I've used a fine grater because I like to have a finer texture on my cupcake. And I've also ground my nuts as well in a food processor. You can do it in a bag if you want with a rolling pin, just bash it up. And I ground them quite well, so it's mostly kind of breadcrumb size with a few kind of nutty nuggets in there. And I'm gonna mix the dry ingredients together so they're all mixed and ready to go in as well. So I've got 2 cups of plain flour, half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of baking powder, and I'm just going to put that all through a sieve and mix it all together. And then add your 1.5 cups of ground walnuts, and just with a whisk, mix it all together. The next thing to do is to beat your eggs and your sugar together. So I've got 1.5 cups of caster sugar here. I'm just going to pop that in my mixer. And then add 4 large free-range eggs straight in. So then just pop your paddle in and turn it on, starting on a low speed, and then increase it, and you need to beat it until it's gone really pale and mousse-like, which takes about a minute or 2. So it's nice and pale and fluffy now. And the next thing you need to add is 300 millilitres of sunflower oil. You can use vegetable oil, but I think sunflower oil's got quite a nice flavour to it, which really helps with the carrot cake yumminess. So pour that in on a minimum speed, really steadily. Don't dump it all in at once. And just mix that until it's all really well combined. So the next thing to do is to add the carrots that you grated earlier. So that was 3 cups. And then just mix those briefly on a really low speed, just till it all kind of comes together. So once that's all nicely mixed together, it's time to put your dry ingredients in, so just pop that straight in. So once that's all combined, it's time to switch it off. And then just give it a once over with your spatula, just to make sure there's no bits that didn't make it in the mix. It looks pretty gross right now, I'm not gonna lie, but it is gonna turn out delicious, so have faith. But it should be quite runny and drippy. So this next bit is gonna get quite messy regardless of how you do it. I like to pour mine into a jug. You can put yours in a piping bag and snip the end off and squirt it in, but I'm not very good at that, so I'm gonna do it like this. And I'm going to fill these 3/4 of the way full, just as evenly as possible. It's messy. Right, so once you've got rid of all your batter, they need to be baked at 180 degrees C for 20 to 24 minutes, or until a skewer comes out clean if you stab it in the middle. Right, so while that's baking, I'm going to make some cream cheese icing, which is the perfect topping for carrot cakes. It's the same cream cheese icing that I made for the red velvet cupcakes, so be sure to check that video out for a more in-depth version, but here's a quick version. that is perfect cream cheese icing. It's lovely and white and fluffy and ready to put on my cupcakes. So my cakes come out of the oven and they're completely cool, and now all that remains is to cover them with cream cheese icing. I'm going to decorate mine using a spatula, but you can use a palette knife or a spoon, or you could even pipe it using a piping bag. The main thing is to just cover it in cream cheese icing. And you can put anything you want on these cupcakes. A lot of people would put a walnut on, but I think it's already got enough nuts in. So I'm going to sprinkle mine with poppy seeds. So there it is, the delicious carrot cake cupcake. I don't know if it actually forms part of your recommended daily allowance of fruit and vegetables, but when it tastes this good, I don't really care. That was my carrot cake cupcake recipe. It's super easy and really, really delicious, so do try it, otherwise you'll regret it. And if you like this video and you want to see more videos by me, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link up there. I'm going to go and pick all the poppy seeds out of my teeth now, so I'll see you next week. Bye!